This is Tom Art, Superintendent of Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. It's a great week out there. Weather's been wonderful, and it actually sounds like it's going to continue that way. Remember, we have no school Friday or Monday, so no school on February 17th and no school on President's Day, February 20th. It actually sounds like it's going to be great weather out there. I think highs in the 50s and 60s the last I looked, so absolutely outstanding. Just recently on Monday evening we had a board meeting. I'm going to give you some highlights of that right now. We approved some open enrollments. We had some visitors there, and they were there to actually see Tavian Kilberg, one of our students, demonstrate some of his skills on her plasma cutter or plasma table. Did a great job, made some BC logos for some people. So Tavian was there along with Mr. Ernst, who kind of helped lead Tavian in the process of learning how to do it. Now Tavian is actually going to be teaching other students, and we're going to continue to build that program, be looking for BC logos, your nameplates, different things like that. A lot of neat things that we're going to be doing there and making available to the public as well. A great skill for him to have to take with him after he graduates here on to college or whatever else he chooses to do. Check out Facebook. There's some videos there. And then he also demonstrated for the Jackson County Economic Council, or the Jackson County Innovation Council, along with our School Improvement Advisory Committee on Tuesday over lunch. We met from about 11 to 1:30. Had roughly 35 to 40 people here at various times, and that was great. They saw some things going on in tech math out in the Industrial Tech Building. Then we went down to Bellevue Big, which is down in the art gallery downtown. So a lot of great learning things, a lot of great sharing with the public about what we're doing and how we're trying to build those relationships with the community and contributing to the community in that way as well. So some really good things there. I want to thank Kurt Ernst for putting that together, and then Dave Heyer and Nick Hockenberry from the Jackson County Innovation Council really helped us have this idea when we presented up to different manufacturing groups in Maquoketa over the summer. Kind of came up with this idea, well, let's get involved. Let's have them here at school. They also saw some English classes, a Spanish class. We're going to see geometry. We saw a bunch of different things, a business class working on their economic plans. So a lot of great things they saw there. Hopefully they were all impressed with what they saw. Anyway, getting back to the rest of the board meeting, kind of got off task there, but that's a great thing. So that was the common curriculum presentation. On the way back through, we stopped at the music room. Look there about improvements we're going to be making. And some things we're going to be doing there. We're going to be taking out some walls, expanding the area, making a larger practice room, putting some new ceiling tile in, taking some lockers out, and putting some windows along the side for some natural light to come in. The board also approved several things for this summer to be doing. Some of those we've already approved: the middle school roof and a phone system update. You'll notice some phone system changes here within the next month, actually. But we're also going to do, in addition to the music room renovation, we're also doing some ICN room renovation with carpeting and windows. Looking at the collaboration room, that room where Matt Yeager is at, or where the tech lab used to be, putting new carpet in there. That's about $5,000. ICN room about $10,000. Playground wood chips we need. Those are about $3,000 to $4,000. Elementary furniture, we're going to get some more collaborative furniture down there, roughly $10,000. We're going to put a new finish on the middle school, high school gym floor this year, and that's right around $3,000. We probably will wait one more year on the elementary gym floor to do that. Then we're also going to be buying a mower for roughly $17,000. All those together ended up totaling about $150,000 or so, somewhere in that area. So just so you're kind of aware of what's going on that way. We talked about some other things. We have some Chromebooks and technology devices we need to be buying here in the near future. We're looking to update some of those, so that's one thing happening there as well. But we'll have some of those conversations at the March and April board meeting. Also at the March board meeting, we will have actually at the March 6th, we're going to have a special meeting, a work session there on an engineering group coming to talk to us about long-term facility planning. So the Legat group is going to be coming to talk to us that evening, and then they are going to present. And then on March 13th, if things go well, we will have them start really working for us, having some community meetings, really analyzing our facilities and looking at what do our facilities need. What does our community think we need as a school for the learning of our students that way? Also approve the school calendar, and that'll be on the website soon with these comment highlights. In fact, it's already on there, the comment highlights are. We also then had some comment finance information. We went over the audit from this last year. No major issues there. We also had our first inductees, or first approved, recognized inductees to the Beyond the Blue group for what people do after they graduate from the Bellevue schools. One qualification, they're out of school for 10 years, and what have they done in society? How have they contributed to society? What have they been doing? What have they accomplished? On down the line, we have our first inductees into this are going to be Michael Farley, Martha Michelson, Tom Reekins, and Randy Steinis. We will actually have them here the weekend of graduation. They'll be talking on the Friday to some of our students before graduation on Saturday, and then we'll have a social gathering for them on Friday night as well. We'll put more information out about that in the upcoming weeks. Encourage you to come out and see them. Really a great honor to be recognized in this group that way. It's something new we wanted to do to recognize what are our students doing after they graduate. We have a lot of students doing great things after they graduate. These are just 4 of them, and we'll give some more information on all of them later on as well. So really a great thing that way. We had some comment reading and reflection. We talked about collective bargaining and other things legislatively, health insurance, school choice vouchers, transportation inequities, things like that. We talked about some of those happening in the legislative session. I don't have a lot of answers to any of those right now, although I can tell you the following day, after we went into exempt session at the end of this meeting, we did approve a teaching contract for next year. In the following year, we have a 2.19% increase, which is $0 on the base, and increase the family insurance contribution. As a result, that some of our teachers will actually be making less money next year, just looking in the future economically where we're at that way as a state. And then the following year will be at a 2.0% increase. And so just so you know, we have a 2-year contract coming up. It's very good. We're still living under the same contract, which is a great thing. And the staff is happy with the agreement, and the board and everyone is happy with the agreement. So just something there to be aware of that way. Comet updates, I talked about some of those too. Mason Lions wrestles on Thursday in Des Moines at the state wrestling tournament. Boys basketball was actually eliminated Monday night at Anamosa. The girls basketball team defeated Kelmus-Wheatland last night 62-22, and they play West Branch on Friday evening at 7 o'clock here at Bellevue. Come out for that. We have River Valley Conference speech on Monday, February 20th. There is no school that day, but we still have River Valley Conference speech. Our robotics group did a great job with Mr. Marshall and Mrs. Van Vleck. They made it to Super State last Saturday, did not advance on, but they had a very, very good season. Several first-place finishes and top 5 finishes along the way. Mr. Raker also shared a little bit about how our students have choices to do a lot of things, and that's great to see as well. Mrs. Hartung Schrader talked about the Iowa assessments coming up the week of February 20th. We actually starting the February 21st in both buildings. And then the board actually went into exempt session, like I said, on contract negotiations and discussions, because the BEA, the Bellevue Education Association, had proposed their initial proposal on last Thursday, and the board met on Monday evening. We met Tuesday morning, and everything was decided by Tuesday at noon. So some information that way on our staff, and very happy to have that done with a very, very, very good teaching staff that we have here. On that note, I just want to go with something here. I've read this book recently called The Radical Leap by Steve Farber. It's actually about a surfer. Surfing in Iowa doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but there's several good quotes in here. It's a really good story to read about leadership and looking at things differently. And they're talking here about something, and he goes, "Look, I know it's simplistic, but the point is people are not dogs. We're not content to spend our lives chasing sticks. We're far more complex than that. Yet so many business people throw sticks and expect others to fetch and come back again and again like good little doggies." What this really means to me is we cannot just sit there and talk to people. We can't just sit there and talk to students. We have to give them something that means something to them, something that they want to learn, some motivation for them, inspiration, and to meet their passions and allow them to follow their passions. So once again, The Radical Leap, I would encourage it. It's a really quick read. And it's a very good book that way. But we need to keep inspiring our students to do more, along with inspiring our staff and everyone around us to do more as well in life and in school in general. So on that note, Have a great day. Make sure to check out Facebook. There's a lot of videos on there. There's a lot of pictures of the school board presentation, the Jackson County Innovation Council meeting. Just a lot of great things on there. Check it out. The Twitter's Tom Meyer BHS. Facebook page Tom Meyer. You can also look at Bellevue Comet Twitter, Comet Wrestling, Jeff Raker Twitter, Jeanette Hartung Schrader Twitter. All kinds of things out there. Check them out. Have a great one, everyone.